Hey guys, Tyler here, and today I wanted to debrief and go over the video that I just did on Paul J. Lipsky's channel. If you haven't seen that video, there is a link in the description below. But basically, to sum it up, I'm just discussing with him my Walmart store and what it's been like to dropship on Walmart for the past 8 months and do $1 million in sales. Now, most of that $1 million in sales actually happened in the first like 3 months of doing the Walmart dropshipping. And something that I want to discuss is the fact that the saturation is just overwhelming right now, week after week after week, not even month after month, just nonstop new sellers coming into Walmart, lowering prices, ruining it for everybody. But that's how the dropshipping game goes. There's like very low barrier to entry. Anyone can list on any listing, and as long as they have the capital to fill the order, and they're going to be willing to take a penny less than the next person. Also, not only that, not only like the margins and the sales going down, all that, the lost after deliveries. I discussed that in Paul's video. Basically, what Walmart's doing is they're refunding customers without even contacting the seller of the item first. And so basically, a customer contacts them. The customer says that they did not receive the item, and then Walmart proceeds to just be like, oh, okay, cool. Well, here's your money back. And they take it directly from the seller of the item. Now, there was a period where Walmart was actually taking the loss themselves, and they were not hurting the seller as long as there was a valid tracking showing that the item was delivered. I think Walmart realized how much money they were losing on this, and they then decided, oh, well, we can just put it back on the seller. And that's what they decided to do. So now, not only are sales lower, the cost of software is going to be higher because you're having to list more products to make the same amount, and also now you're losing more money from the lost after delivery issue. Another thing with the Walmart dropshipping is the fact that there is no way to stop a return from coming to your house and being shipped back directly to an Amazon warehouse or a Home Depot warehouse, whatever, and getting the return done that way. You're always going to have to touch the return. Unlike Amazon, unlike eBay, where you can have a return exception and you can upload that label directly to the customer yourself, it's not a thing on Walmart. So you're having to pay every time someone says they don't want an item. Whatever they select, they're probably going to select something where you have to pay for the shipping, not them. And that's just a fee that's eaten. There's a lot of things too now on Amazon, a lot of smaller items that are unreturnable. Food items or like cosmetic type items, like stuff that that they can't resell if you return it. You're going to have to figure out a way to kind of manipulate the Amazon system in order to get refunds for those products if your customers want refunds for those products and return the item to you. So you're losing a lot of money, and you're losing a little bit of money a lot of times in these situations. So yeah, I would say, just to backtrack a little bit, when I said most of the sales were done in the first like 3 months of doing this, there were days in the fourth quarter of 2020 where I was doing $20,000 a day in sales, and I had to really, really focus on slowing my sales down at certain points to not get overwhelmed with my credit lines and the capital issues I would run into because Walmart was holding so much of my money. Now, it's not an issue. Like, you're just not going to get that many sales. I had 55,000 items, and I was making the same amount as when I had 2,500 items. It's bad. I know it sounds dramatic, but yeah, it's bad. Now, were all my listings like super high quality? I don't know. The product research aspect on Walmart is kind of iffy right now. Yeah, you can look at like ratings and things like that to see if the product actually has had some like previous sales. But outside of that, when you're scraping these big stores and you're trying to list products, really it's just get the data. So like I know Walmart provides some stuff in the back end where you can see like growth opportunities and see how much it estimates a month these like products have in revenue, but you can't see that on your end when you're just going through like trying to find products to list. So the way we do it is we just list all the products we can find from the other drop shippers, and then whatever sells, stays. Kind of like how I did it on eBay 3 years ago. Except eBay, there were a lot of listing fees associated with these things. Walmart, there's no listing fees associated, just software cost. And because some of these softwares have kind of like what they think of like as a monopoly right now on like quality Walmart software for dropshipping, I mean they're charging an arm and a leg to for you to be able to run like a big store. So software costs are really high. Lost after delivery, stuff is pretty high right now. Return shipping labels, it's not that bad. They're cheap because Walmart obviously has a big account with FedEx or UPS, whichever one they use. FedEx, yeah, is who all the returns come through, at least in my experience. So they have a big contract with them. I'm sure they get a great rate, so they pass that on to us at least. Maybe like $3 for like the smaller items, stuff like that. But then you're dealing with the fact that sometimes you can't return some of these items to Amazon. So not to be all doom and gloom, but I just have been getting questions on Instagram about like getting started and stuff. And I just want to say, like, stay away from Amazon to Walmart dropshipping. Like, it's as good as dead in my eyes. I know that sounds pretty pessimistic, but I'm still doing it because I have all my listings up, all the efforts there already been put in. But for someone to come in and like start from scratch and like build a whole system around the Amazon to Walmart dropshipping, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea, to be honest. And that's not me like trying to. Like, I literally don't care. Like, if you want to do it and, you think you can make a lot of money from it, go ahead, do it. I will say you have to have 2-day shipping. You have to have a plan of, like, using fake tracking for all these Amazon logistics items. You probably need to have automated ordering software because a lot of the items, you're going to be making, like, 50 cents to $2. You don't want VAs fulfilling those orders. So you want some sort of automated software. You need to be tax exempt on all your Amazon accounts. If you can get a discount when you're ordering on Amazon using like a 5% cashback Amazon credit card or like discounted gift cards, that's great too. Those are the things you're going to need if you want to do the Amazon to Walmart. Now, I will say I've seen some really good stores with not as many items as I have, but you can just tell that they're doing well. Like, based on how many other sellers are on the listings and how many ratings these items have, whatever, and the fact that they're not doing any Amazon at all, I can kind of tell that these people are probably doing well with like 10% of the listings I have. They're using different sources other than Amazon. They're using Overstock, they're using Lowe's, they're using Zoro, they're using Home Depot. Like, the less people that use a source, the more opportunity there's going to be for margin there for you. So if you're thinking about getting on Walmart and you're going to pay someone to make an account for you so that you can start drop shipping because you've been denied like trying to get an account on Walmart, I would say start with other suppliers. Start manually. You're gonna be sad at the number of sales you get if you go Amazon to Walmart and you don't have at least 10,000 listings. Straight up the truth. Like, I know it sounds like a lot of listings, but it's what you're gonna need. At least 10K. So I think with other sources, you probably need 500 to 1,000 and just focus on $50 to $200 items from those sources. Find the listings that don't have a ton of sellers on them and just go after it that way. But yeah, I mainly did this video just because, like I said, I've been getting some questions on Instagram from people who've watched the Paul J. Lipsky video. But if you guys have any other questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comments. I will try my best to get to those. If I haven't answered your question on Instagram, the reason is because of the fact that I have answered like a decent amount, and it's just a lot of back and forth, like, 30 minutes of my time answering a question. And I'm not really like, I know like I'm doing this video now, but I'm not really in the game right now to be like, I guess, taking a lot of time to try to help other people. I want to help other people, but um I just, yeah, I was way more motivated to do that in the past when I wanted to just constantly teach people how to do this. But right now I don't really feel like that passionate about trying to get people into this, because I just don't see that bright of a future for Walmart dropshipping. I see like there's opportunity to make money now, like with these other sources like I was talking about. But the longevity of it is just, there's no question in my mind that it's not there. Like, there's no longevity in this. You're going to get suspended. Your sales are going to suck. There's going to be too many sellers coming in. Like, lost after deliveries are going to discourage you, returns, etc. So I would say focus some time on like learning Facebook Marketplace, doing eBay, learning more about wholesale and things like that on Amazon. I myself am probably the guiltiest of guilty when it comes to people who should have taken the time to learn other methods of e-commerce while they were successful at the easiest form of e-commerce, which dropshipping is by far the easiest form of e-commerce. Um, Probably, most headaches, most stress. You never know when your business is going down, but it's definitely the easiest to get started. But I would say, yeah, like if you're new or newer, I would say focus on the platforms like eBay, Facebook Marketplace. Do those, and while those are going well, while you have those running like a well-oiled machine, if you do, really really focus on learning things that are more sustainable in the future, because the writing's right on the wall. And I was very optimistic probably 2 years ago when I was like at the peak of doing all the YouTube stuff. Just thought things were going to go well forever, but obviously, the more you go on, and it's funny because the experienced people too were telling me, hey, yeah, you should do wholesale, you should do private label, you should diversify into other things. And I'm like, no, I'm dropship Tyler. I like dropshipping. Like, that's all I want to do. I'm making money at it. But anyway, not the case anymore. I mean, still making money at it, but it's definitely not all I want to do. It's definitely not my future, as I once thought it was. So anyway, hopefully this doesn't discourage too many of you guys. There's still opportunity out there to do drop shipping if you want to do drop shipping on Walmart, but just do it in a way that's not the way I'm doing it, where Amazon to Walmart, because I'm even diversifying myself now within drop shipping of using other sources, because I just know that the whole Amazon to Walmart thing, it was really really good because it was easy to scale at first and there weren't that many people, but now it's not as good. So anyway, hope you guys have a good rest of the day. If you have any comments, leave them in the comments section. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to this video. And thanks again, guys.